This is day 1 of my Thanksgiving prep. I'm starting with making the dough for my brown butter salted toffee chocolate chip cookies. I've been making these cookies for almost 10 years now, and they're just my absolute favorite. I also like to add some coffee extract in there. It really amplifies the chocolate. I also like to use these super chocolate chips. These are basically like chocolate wafers, so they melt so nicely into the cookie. Making the cookie dough a few days before you actually want to bake them makes them even better. Next, I'm making my jalapeno cornbread. This is going to be for the stuffing or dressing. So I do a couple of jalapenos in there, some eggs, milk, and then this cornbread dry mix that I made a bit earlier, and then some butter. And that goes into the oven to bake off, and I make this a few days ahead so it can properly dry out for the stuffing. Then I got working on the dry brine for my turkey. This has garlic, a ton of fresh herbs, rosemary, thyme, and sage, then my kosher salt, and just the tiniest amount of sugar just to encourage that browning. I give that a good blend to break everything down, and this will go into the fridge. Next, I did some small prep on my turkey. Whether I'm roasting a chicken or a turkey, I always start with removing the wishbone. This will make carving much easier. After that, I remove the backbone and flatten out my turkey. I wrap my turkey up, and this will go into the fridge, and tomorrow we'll season it with the dry brine. Next on my list, I'm making a batch of my hot Italian turkey sausage. This will go into my stuffing. So I have my ground turkey, grated garlic, olive oil, and all of my spices. I give that a good mix, then vacuum seal it, and this will go into the fridge for a couple of days. Next, I made my cinnamon crumble. This will get folded into my pumpkin pie ice cream. Next, I made my rosemary ginger syrup. This goes into one of the cocktails that I'm making. Then I made a quick batch of pickled Fresno chilies. This is for my crab cakes. Next, I made my maple pomegranate glaze. This is for my smoked beef ribs. I'm so excited about these. And to wrap day 1 up, I'm making one of my favorite things to have at Thanksgiving, and that's my cognac cranberry sauce. So I do brown sugar, maple syrup, fresh orange juice, a bunch of spices. I bring that to a boil, then my cognac goes in, and I'll let that cook off for a couple of minutes. My fresh cranberries go in along with orange zest, and I'll let that cook down for about 10 to 15 minutes, and that is day 1, and tomorrow I have quite a bit to do also.